Good morning. It's Sunday morning and I wanted to talk about meditation today. I wanted to simplify meditation and some of the simplest things you can do to even start meditation and attaching meditation as a practice to a morning routine. I remember when I first come about into recovery and I got suggested to start meditating, and I didn't even have a fucking clue what it was. I felt like it would just sit there with fucking in silence, don't move, don't think. And it's pretty much furthest from the truth that I've ever thing. I always felt like I was doing it wrong. I didn't know what was going on. I couldn't slow the fucking voices down in my head. And to be honest, myself personally, I felt really negative. And usually when I'd get up and I'd be racing and I'd be rushing around and stuff, it was just like trying to slow that down. So in the beginning, it felt fucking alien to me. And I wanted to just go into a few simple things, some facts, a few simple things and a bit of a practice that you can apply in your life, that little bit of self-knowledge, a little bit of something to do, a little bit of something to know, a little bit of something to do. And I'd love to hear the results that you get from it. See, for me personally, I do a lot of research and I like to understand how the brain works, how the body works, and I sort of apply this and sort of make something and sort of go off my knowledge to what could be the simplest thing for somebody who's trying a new practice and trying to apply a morning routine in their life. See, basically, meditation is just stopping that continuous pattern of them morning thoughts. See, because we all go through the same thought process every morning. We always do the same things every morning, whether it's drink a cup of coffee first, go on your phone first, do this first. But the thoughts or the feelings and emotion attached to the thoughts are always very similar to the day before. It's a pattern that runs, it's a program, subconscious program that runs in your mind continuously. So as soon as your body wakes up and your brain comes on, the program kicks in. So that's just the mind, do you know what I mean? So we want to sort of like, we want to be slowing that down. We're not going to be able to slow it down just by intentionally trying to thinking about it slowing down. So the best thing we can do is change our awareness. See, awareness is your conscious mind. And wherever you put your awareness is how you will feel. So if your awareness is on negativity, your awareness is on positivity, your awareness is in such an area of your life, your awareness is on work or your relationships or this or that, whether you're doing right or wrong, you're never really going to get anywhere. You're going to get tired. You're going to get really fed up really quick. You're going to feel like you're doing something wrong. And meditation isn't going to work for you. If you continue to do that, you sort of won't get any benefits in your life, because I did that in the morning. So I want to change my awareness. I want to start thinking about something else. I want to get my conscious mind, my awareness of my conscious mind, and I want to place it on something completely different, which isn't difficult, and try and stay concentrated on that for a period of time without any intention or negative or positive or any feelings attached to that intention, to where I'm focusing my awareness. So that's what we're going to do. Now, the body is the subconscious mind. What I notice me in the morning is when I get up, the first thing I'm doing is I'm on my phone. My shoulders are forward, my head's down, and I'm hunched over. I'm sat like this, I'm leant forward, my shoulders are forward, my head's down, and my body's sort of like in that slumped over position. That in itself is a very negative like pause. Do you know, it's slumped, it comes with restlessness, tiredness. It's like it's the normal signs for body language of being in a depressive state. Do you know, you're tired, you think, just imagine being really exhausted. The last thing you're going to be doing is standing like this, you know. So you want to look at that, you know, because you've got your brain and your spine comes down, and your spine is basically just an extension of your brain, you know. So think about, you want to change your mind. You can't move your mind. You can't actually physically move it. But if your spine is an extension of your brain, it's actually a movable brain, you know. So you can physically move your spine. So that's what we want to do. So we've got 2 things that we want to be doing today. Do you know what I mean? This morning, you know, just give it a try. Remain open-minded and just give it a try. It's fucking the simplest thing that you could ever follow. You know, so you want to be standing up first of all. Stand up. Place your hands in your pocket. Right, so just pretend that you've got pockets. Place your hands in your pocket and then sit down. And that's it, really. Because when you place your hands in your pocket instead of on your knee, you place your hands in your pocket, it brings your shoulders back like this. So basically, you've got your hands in your pocket and you sit down. Then you want to bring your chin up. So basically, you're straightening your spine, you're bringing your shoulders back, and you're looking upwards. You know, you don't have to look vertically up, but just look, you know, just above, like you're just looking above your head. You know, you're like watching your fringe. That's the pose that I want you to be in. Do you know what I mean? Because it's a positive pose. Even though you sat down, you're in a positive position. You're not bent over, you're not shrugged over. And your body, your spine, your extended part of your brain will start to send signals to your body. Positive feelings, positive emotions. That's the first thing that's been tackled. See, now your head will react to your body, and it'll always try and shut you down because it's running a conscious program. You know, that morning routine, it's constantly, doesn't stop. My head used to reel off fucking bullshit all the time. What about work? What about this? What about that? I've got to be there. I've got to do this. Got to go here. Got to get that finished. Got to go pay that bill. Etc, etc, etc. It'd always do the same thing. And ultimately, if I listened to it and I catched on to any of them thoughts, before you know it, I'm back like this, and I'm leant forward, my head's down, and I'm on my phone. I'm reading through fucking Facebook, reeling through fucking shit that I don't even interested in. So hands in your pockets, sit down, bring your shoulders back if you can. You know, if you've got a little bit of movement, just bring your shoulders back. But you don't want to do it so you're uncomfortable or you feel stiff or rigid. You know what I mean? You just want to sit there comfortably, and I can quite easily do that. Chin up, look out. And then once you've sort of got that pause, you know, where you feel comfortable, you can just sit there. You know, it's just a positive, you know, you actually feel quite positive after you do it for a while. You know, all we want to do is count to 10. That's all we want to do. Breathe and count to 10. So you go 1, 2, 3, and so on and so on. I want you to visualize the number in capitals. You know, the number 1. When you're doing it, just look at the number 1. Picture it on a white sheet of paper and a big black number 1. And just concentrate on that number 1 until you finish to number 2. And then change it to a number 2 and concentrate on the number 2. Then change to number 3 and so forth and so forth. Now, by the time you get to number 2 or number 3, if you think about something else other than that number 3 or that number 2, start back at number 1 again. 1, 2, and your head will start to bring it back, start number 1 again, until you get to 10, until you can do nothing but count from 1 to 10. As simple as it is, count from number 1 to number 10 while breathing 10 nice deep breaths, nice relaxing. Fill the body and release, fill the body and release. And all you want to do is concentrate on that while doing that pause. And when you get to number 10, open your eyes, and that's it. That's as simple as meditation is for me. And I will always go back to that routine when I feel a bit lost in my meditation, or I've tried a new practice and I don't feel like it's working, because this is a practice. Practice means that you have to continuously do it and attach it to a ritual. You know, being a spiritual person, it entails that you have a ritual. Your life is in a ritual. That's where ritual comes from, spiritual. This has really been beneficial to me for quite a number of months now, you know, because obviously I'm in a position where I feel like sometimes my meditation and my practice isn't just quite getting me, and I can do more. You know, I'm curious. I'm back to that curiosity. You know, I want to try more. I want to try new things, new benefits, new conditions in my life, new things going on. I want to continue to be open-minded, but that is sort of like to set the stage for me, just doing that routine, because not only am I in a positive position, my body is in a positive position, I can take my awareness of my mind off the mainstream of life for 10 seconds. It might be a bit longer than 10 seconds, but what I'm doing is I'm putting a wedge in that gap of that cycle of that morning thinking. You know, once I break that chain of that morning thinking, because we think the same things over and over again at this, you know, every day. You know, thousands and thousands of thoughts are exactly the same as the day before. And when I wedge a gap in between that, I'm not stopping the mind, I'm just changing what I'm thinking about, and it's only for 10 seconds. And what that does, it starts to break the routine up of your mind, and you start feeling a bit more relaxed. You start putting them breakers in, do you know what I mean? You start getting a bit of relief from that fucking wheel that your head does. You know, it's continuous. It's like, it's an automatic thing. You know, you wake up and bang, the ball's rolling. And that's all meditation is, basically, for me. Being positive, trying to find positivity, trying to find balance, peace and awareness, and being aware of that awareness, you know, and having that little bit of control and that ability to just stop. You know, most of the time, you know, what we think about isn't always a massive issue, but meditation is just having a break from that, a positive break from that. You know, not thinking the same thing over and over again every day. I hope someone gets something from this video, and I'd love to hear some feedback. You know, even after the first time, you know, take some big deep breaths, fucking fill your body with that breath, and then breathe out, and always get your shoulders back and your head up. You know, be positive. Put your body, your physical body, in a positive position. Now everyone thinks that meditation, you have to just sit there and think positive thoughts. It's more or less impossible, you know what I mean? If you tell your mind not to do something, it won't do it. You've got to distract it. You've got to change its awareness and put it on a different area or a different subject. And you need to get that conscious awareness and move that compass on something else, even if it's only for 10 seconds. And I guarantee the first couple of times you do it, you'll realize you get to like 1, 2, 3, 4 and start thinking about something else. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, thinking about something else. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and then fuck's sake, and then back to number 1, 1, 2, and eventually you'll get to 10. Relax into the process. Relax. Try and remain in that positive position. Don't get frustrated. Just keep doing it, keep doing it, keep doing it. And there's nothing like on a Sunday morning is to practice meditation. I hope, as I said, I hope someone gets something from this video. And I'd love to hear some feedback. Stay blessed, guys. I hope everyone has a peaceful and serene Sunday.